good afternoon, everyone. Hope you had a good start to the day. So, add some more goodness to your day. We are here with Miss Sagarika Ghadge and her mother, Urmila Ghadge, who is the driving force behind artistic clothing brand Akutee. So, today we'll be discussing on an interesting topic that is elevating craftsmanship that is going to lead into modern retail. So, Urmila, just wanted to understand from your perspective, how has your journey been so far with Akutee, and what's the driving force behind Akutee?
Painting for a long time from my childhood. So I just put everything together, and now we are putting the same thing on what we are doing for Akutee. And my inspiration is the garden from where I come from, Kolhapur. So whatever is in the garden, I see and then put it down on the fabric, and those fabrics are now turned different, like jackets and all. First, I used to paint only on saris. Now it's on different.
Great. So, Sagarika, wanted to understand from you, now, can you share the inspiration behind Akutee and how your personal background has influenced its creation?
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me and my mother here. She's a woman of few words, so I think you'll have to excuse a little bit of. She was very nervous to come today because she's like, I'm a painter. I don't do these talks, but I've forced her, so she's here. So thank you for having us. Akuti for me was incorporated last year. But as a brand, I feel subconsciously it was born while I was growing up. Akuti is an ode to all the women who I have grown up watching, admiring since I was a child. So whether it was my grandmother, my kakis, my great grandmother. So Akuti was born when I used to attend these family functions, festivals, dinners at home. Used to have these ladies very impeccably dressed in, their chanderis, their tissues, minimalistic jewelry. Uh, Even if they would wear jewelry, it would be hidden, not too flashy. And for me, that is what Akuti's aesthetic is. It is minimalistic yet elegant. So, and another biggest part of Akuti is my mother. She's the inspiration behind the brand. She has been painting since she was 16 years old or even younger. I mean, since the time I was born, I've seen her paint. So every time in my Kolhapur garden, we would have these lovely flowers, and little did we know those were painted on her saris in the next few days. So she used to be very fond of gardening, and all these flowers used to be painted after that on her sari. So that is what I remember of my mother um, while I was growing up. So Akuti is an amalgamation of the women who I have looked up to in the way they dressed, in their style, and my mother being the painter, artist that she was. So that's how Akuti was born for me subconsciously back then. And now, because of my husband telling us that this needs to be shown to the world for other women to wear it, we kind of launched it last year.
Great. Would like to understand more on the core mission and vision that you have for Akutee going ahead.
What is that?
Core mission and vision that you have for Akutee going further in the future, in the coming years?
So core mission is right now we have this collection has been all about florals, all about motifs because uh, we have a trunk which is full of our old saris, our my great grandmother's tissues, which we have sort of recreated for this particular collection. And the whole idea is, I think India is rich in art history. So today we are talking about a little part of what I have of my family, but the amount of artists, the amount of art, amount of different forms of art that are available in India, we want to kind of recreate that and put it in the best possible way and include that to be a part of Akuti in the future. And I think it's all about just building a community who understands this So it is slow fashion. It is not a push strategy that we want to use. We want to just create a community who understands uh, the hours, the kind of effort that goes in making each and every piece come alive.
We would like to also blend
Yep.
different art forms with Akutee, so that we can give different types of art forms to different to
So
our
you are only
customers.
creating these designs that we see on your dresses, on your clothing. So you are only hand painting these, or you are taking help from the artisans, or you're training the artisans. How do you do it?
Yeah, I have all my old collections, so I do the sample piece, and I have trained a few artists. There are 5, 6. I've trained them to do it according to my way. So when you're working with other people, you need to understand that they also come with lot of different things. So we need to keep them together and do what we want to do.
So how do you maintain the quality and the authenticity for the brand and for the designs that you create on the clothings and the things that you hand paint on or embroider on?
That's what.
I think Akuti is about that, right? It is about being authentic to the style that you truly understand or that you truly resonate with. For me, it is, I have never been the person who does not like repeating the outfits. So for me, it is important that what I buy, I like it so much that I want to wear it again. And with Akuti, that's what we are trying to do. We're trying to give you a piece that you will truly want to have, would want to pass down, right? So that is what we are creating in whatever little way we can. And I think it's all about just creating the right community who will appreciate that art. And yeah.
So going ahead, how do you want to expand your brand further? Like, will it be more retail or will it be more digital? Because the kind of things that you create and that you envision is more touch and feel kind of thing. So how do you want to expand your presence going further?
Akuti is going back in time for me. It is about going back in time, and I have always gone back to all the pieces that I have seen over time in pictures, in luckily a few that are already there with us, which have been passed down. So it is old age techniques. So I will still prefer people to come and feel the garment, and that's the reason why. Interestingly, you've asked me this question. The whole idea of starting Akuti was also keeping in mind that we have a performance center, which we have today in Bombay, where people can come and feel the fabric, can see how the artists are painting, do a lot of customizations if necessary. And of course, today that is very important, but technology has, of course, played a big part here because we are online. We have had the opportunity to create a community who can be a part of this, even though they are not in Bombay. So, I think that's where technology has helped this old age brand that we are trying to create today. So it's a blend of both. And we hope that tomorrow we will be able to create it, have different art forms, and be present in different regions where we have this performance center where people can come and see a little bit that we are doing and a lot other things that hopefully will come out of Akuti in the future.
Great. So for this, do you have artisans in-house or do you outsource the artisans? How do you do it?
So the biggest, I wouldn't say challenge, but the biggest learning for us for this brand has been about getting artists, telling them how important their art is. And that's the reason my mother has played a very important part here, because she's the one who's interacting with them. And we have in house artists, so who are helping her create garments. So, but at the end of the day, I'm wearing a blazer which is hand painted, but tomorrow when somebody else orders it, it is not going to be the exact blazer. So you will obviously have a piece which is truly your piece, because every artist has a different way of painting. And the whole idea was to get everyone on the same page, in the same line. So, everyone has the same kind of authenticity towards what we are trying to create through this brand.
So in next 5 years, how do you see the brand growing, and how excited are you to see the brand grow further across India, and not just in India and in the global market also?
Very, very excited, because I think, like I said, India has so much to offer. We have only right now taken 1% of what India is offering. So there's so much more. There's so much more art that we can amalgamate and get into this brand. And of course, I think anything done with hand is appreciated. Today, it is. I mean, today, of course, trends are going on, and every day you want to wear something new that is trending. But Akutee is not that. It is going to take time, but I think there are a lot of people who appreciate that. And today we are not only coming up with clothing, we are venturing into home line. Our home line collection has started, which is again everything that is hand painted, whether it is your crockery, whether it is your curtains, whether you'll want hand painted wallpapers. Because I just I just had to do up my house last year. We just shifted, and I wanted everything to be painted, but that time Akutee was not born. So I know what effort I took to kind of get that house done. But yeah, so I know, so people who like this kind of aesthetics, who would want things to have a special meaning, a story, those are the people who will appreciate this brand. And I think there's a lot more you can do.
So one thing I would like Urmila ji to answer, like what kind of innovations that you are most excited about? Like you said, you want to bring different art forms to your designs. So anything that you are excited about?
Yeah, I really want to bring all Indian art forms under one roof and put them under Akutee, and so that it stays alive and everybody gets to see it.
Great.
We can
So
blend it with our own designs, make different, whatever.
superb. So, what kind of role do you play, Sagarika, in you're bringing the different art forms to your own designs in the clothings, and in the future also, do you plan to bring more art forms?
Exactly that. That is what I think my mother just said. The whole idea is to get this under one roof, trying to. Today, you have gond painting, you have kalamkari, you have so many different art forms, and I just feel that they are not recognized as much as they should be. And not only that, the people who are doing that, they have been painting like that. It's been going on in their family, from generations. And for some reason, right now, they are not that excited, because they feel that the market for that is not there, or people have not recognized that. So maybe with a little bit that we can do through Akutee, I would want to get that out for people to see it, that this can be a lovely outfit, because in fact a lot more effort goes into making that than having. I can get 100 blazers printed like this, right? But I know how much time it takes to paint this one blazer. So it's just about giving that due credit to all those other artists who are doing those different kind of art forms. And I recognize that, and I feel more closely to it because my mother's been painting. I know how much time it takes her to do something for me. So it's just about recognizing that and appreciating it.
Superb. So as this forum is all about fashion or retail landscape and mall operators also, so how do you want to get into malls, and how do you want to increase your visibility for the consumers?
Like I said, educating them is the most important aspect of people to understand what this brand is. So until people don't come and see what is being done and how it's being done, and the value that, more than the value, the number of hours that goes into making it, people will not be aware of it or will not appreciate it. And I think to build a community, people need to come and see it more. We have built that over time now for the last 1 year, which has been wonderful. We have repeat customers, but I think a lot more people coming and seeing it in person, uh, it's a game changer for us.
So the key takeaways here is building communities, the most important thing to scale a brand like yours.
I think for any brand, you have to build a community. You need to have your distinctive style. You need to be, you need to know where you are, where exactly you stand. You know, India is huge, the world is huge. You need to understand where you are. And as long as you have figured that out and you've got that going, I think then it just takes just a lot of effort and consistency to kind of, you know, reach where you want to.
Great. I think most of the things you have given the inputs on are beneficial for our audience. So I think thank you so much for your insights, and we can definitely open the stage for questions if the audience has any questions.
We'll just take one question because we are running out of time. So yes, can we please pass the mic?
It's not a question. It's not a question, it's a feedback. Before coming to this event, we had discussed about your brand in a friend circle. The first reaction was it's expensive, you know. But after hearing you, I think that prices are justified. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. A round of applause.
This small thing means a lot because, like I said, it's about people understanding the amount of time it takes to do something. And we are just sticking to that. And I think over time, people will understand as and when they see it in person. Thank you so much.